What's up, guys? We're back at it with the hero spotlights. Today I'm going to be doing Taskmaster. Taskmaster is pretty unique. Taskmaster is a character where he steals or copies powers from other people, and his two trees are made up of powers that other heroes have, or some of his own. So in the left tree we have his basic is Focused Strike, which just a damaging sword skill, which he gets bonus damage on it for each 1% of missing spirit. He has pretty unique spirit bar there. We got his dash, anti-heroic charge. He's got rebounding shield, which is a Captain America power, so he throws a shield, it goes around and hits a number of enemies, up to 8 enemies. Seize is a Daredevil power. It drags enemies closer to you, which I can't really show in the training room. Nunchuck Beatdown is a spender that he has. Basically the same thing that Daredevil has. A fast-hitting spender, 4 times a second. It also gains a stacking buff that he gets 20% attack speed, or 5% attack speed 4 times, so 20% over a 3-second duration. Rending Swings is a sword spender. He's got a bunch of different tags, like he's got Devil, Sword, Arrow, Spider. Those tags will come into play in a bit. Cyclone Club is just a standard cooldown power. We got Shield Crush is basically pretty much the same thing that Cap has. And it does bonus damage to bleeding enemies. We got his signature here, which is Action. His signature is pretty unique in that it's more of a buff. And as you level your ult, the duration on it increases as well. So you get +1 to all attributes, which is really good for him. We'll find out why in a bit. You get damage rating, crit rating, brute strike rating, crit and brute damage, defense rating, movement speed, and you restore spirit. My ult is rank 2, so it's a 12.2 second duration. And it's got a cooldown of 45 seconds. If you're playing Taskmaster, leveling his ult is definitely recommended for this because his signature does last a lot longer. Don't know if there's a pack of... There's no pack of ult upgrades, so actually I do have a bunch of them, so let me max his ult here. So from rank 2, it lasts 12.2 seconds. At rank 20, it is 14 seconds, so that is a significant buff there. His middle tree is more of a range tree. Left tree is more melee. So we've got a basic range, standard gun power. Kind of slow, 3 times a second. Well, not that slow, but it's also got 25% brute chance on it, so it will brute 25% more as you use it. You got Legion Arrow, which is a 3 arrow shot. It's like triple burst from Hawkeye. Deadly Volley is a just AoE arrow power. We've got Stinging Shot, which is a AoE type power that comes from Black Widow. It hits up to 10 enemies, it knocks them down. Toxic Gas Arrow is just a dot Spidey swing, so you can. It's basically the same thing that Spider-Man has. You get a 10% movement speed buff, it stuns them, and it's got a 4-second cooldown. Taskmaster has a mechanic for cooldowns, which we'll see in a bit. Webnet is his vulnerability. It's also slow. We've got Dual Wield, which is a gun type spender. So Web Cocoon is, same thing that Spider-Man has, the web spray thing. And Evasive Web Sling, which is a jump away power. It also causes Immobilize. For his trait, he has 3% crit chance and the archetype of Jack of all trades, which means that for every attribute point, he's unique in this. For every attribute point, he gets 1.5% damage for. So every other hero has 2 attributes that they scale off of. He can scale off of all of them. So gearing for plus to all attributes is amazing for him. So like the Book of Demonicus gives +3 to all attributes. That's 1.5% damage per attribute point that you get. So you get 18, so it's 1.5 times 18. I think it comes out to 27%, which is pretty good. It's more useful on him than most other characters. There are also other artifacts that do that, like the Edge of Infinity, which I have one. Edge of Infinity is +1 to all attributes, brute strike rating, damage, crit rating, and crit damage. His defensive trait, again, Jack of all trades, he's got defense, deflect, and dodge. He gets extra health regen when you use a medkit, which is pretty cool. And then he's a close quarters, which means when you hit with the melee power, you get 8% damage reduction for 3 seconds. Taskmaster's pretty unique in his traits as well. They all change what his powers do, and give them new tags, and you can definitely customize him. So you can get a pain tolerance meter, which, while it's active, while it's available, it'll absorb all incoming damage that you take, and it restores while you're not in combat. So you can see this meter at the top of my Infinity Point XP. He also gets defense rating and defense rating multiplier. So we go over here and provoke this dummy. You can see I got hit and it didn't take from my HP, it took from the bar. He can also martial arts of Cage, gives him combo points. When you hit with Bow Slayer Strike, Rending Swings, Nunchuck Beatdown, 45 Caliber, Dual Wield, or Legion Arrow. So all of his spenders, non-signature powers spend the combo points to add 20% damage per point spent. I'm not sure if it's base damage or not. It just says 20% damage. He also gets 3% dodge chance and 10-20 dodge rating. I'm most likely going to be going for the combo points if I play him, because it just seems better than the other options for me. And his last one is Ferocity of Wolverine. You can now accrue Fury by using powers. You spend 5 Fury when you use non-signature cooldown powers to instantly reset its cooldown. So his Fury is not like Wolverine's Fury. It's a bar at the top that you get up to 10. And I think it's every time you attack, you get a You get a Fury bar, and when you use a cooldown power, it'll instantly reset for 5 Fury points. So it's going to be interesting for a high attack speed build. Now, all of his talents are based on other heroes, so we've got like Captain's Vigor, Daredevil's Mastery, Black Knight's Technique. Captain's Vigor, Spidey Swing transforms into Meteor Kick. Meteor Kick is a forward flip kick, which generates additional secondary resource. And Rebounding Shield gains a bleed for 6 seconds. Basically the same thing that Cap has, the Meteor Kick. It generates 3 combo points on hit as you do it, or there's 50% of your Fury on hit. Daredevil's Mastery, Legion Arrow transforms into Tornado Kick. This is going to be really good. Tornado Kick is a powerful melee attack, which can only be activated after performing a non-signature power. So, pretty much the same thing that Daredevil has, in the fact that it gets 50% damage bonus for Cyclone Club, so the AoE power. And it's an auto brute. Does it say cooldown power? Performing a cooldown power? Performing a non-signature cooldown power. So anything that's not your signature. And then we have a mechanic that you might see that he had sword powers. Black Knight's Technique makes all of his sword powers cause a bleed. And it also transforms other powers into sword powers, like Stinging Shot transforms into Dance of Dane. It's a melee sword spin attack with a cooldown of multiple charges, so it's got 2 charges and it's cooldown. Anyway, Deadly Volley transforms into Pendragon Slice. Basically, it's the same thing that Magic has. Who am I talking with? I'm making a video. Basically, it's the same thing that Magic has. It's Soul Shockwave, kind of. It's a ranged sword shockwave attack with a cooldown of multiple charges, so you can have a melee one and a ranged one. And then, he's got the bleed for 4 seconds on any sword power that you use. So, Rending Swings, Foeslayer Strike, Pendragon Slice, Dance of Dane. You could definitely make a sword build for him. It's pretty cool. Double Time action gains minus 2 seconds duration, but you get 100% more attack speed, so it'll basically double your attack speed. Which you can now see that on the signature when you take that talent. Action now summons 2 rifle-wielding students by your side for 20 seconds. They deal damage twice per second. And then whenever you hit an enemy while under the effects of action, reduce its cooldown by 1 second on a 0.5 second cooldown. So this is going to be pretty good for, again, high attack speed builds. And you can also pair it with the other 2 talents. I'm personally going to be going for this talent because I like having my signature up faster. So you can see that its cooldown gets reduced every second. Deadpool's flexibility, spirit cost reduction is you get 15%. When you use a range power, you get total damage. When you use a melee power, you get 2% total damage for 8 seconds, and they both stack to 3. It doesn't say that it's total damage to ranged or melee, so you can stack those, and it just gives you the extra 12% damage when you cap it out. You've got Iron Fist style. When you use 5 cooldown powers within 5 seconds of each other, you get a random stance and regenerate 25% of your max spirit. The stances give random or set buffs on a random chance to get one of them. You get, for Dragon, you get Dodge, Crane is health on hit, Tiger is 10% crit chance, Leopard is a melee hit on a 3-second cooldown, which I don't really like that it's on a 3-second cooldown because you only get the stats for 8 seconds. And then Serpent causes a dot for 4 seconds. We also have Electra's Precision. When you strike an elite or boss enemy, you get a Marked for Death, which Electra has. Increases the damage you deal to that target by 25% for 10 seconds on a 30-second cooldown. When you defeat that marked enemy, it resets your cooldowns of anything that's not a signature, and also resets the cooldown of the Marked for Death buff. So, if you're fighting multiple elites or bosses, it's pretty good. And as you spend spirit, it doesn't cause it to stop, but you do increase your spirit cost by 100%. Personally, I like the Deadpool's flexibility, so I'd definitely be going for this type of build here. Then the last row we have Widow's Grace, which transforms some of his melee powers into a ranged spender, or ranged type power. Pretty much they're all from Black Widow, hence the name Widow's Grace. Nunchuck Beatdown, so his Daredevil spender transforms into Coup de Grace. If you've played Black Widow, you might know this power. It's a 100% crit chance execute power. It's ranged, so it's pretty good. And it also transforms his dash into Silent Killer, which is a roll that also puts you in stealth. Hawkeye's skill, Webnet transforms into Freeze Arrow, so again, you're transforming some melee powers into range powers. All from Hawkeye. Webnet, being your vulnerability, transforms into Freeze Arrow, which now is still a vulnerability, but it also slows. I actually think Webnet slowed as well. Nunchuck Beatdown transforms into Boomerang Arrow, so you shoot it and it comes back, so it hits twice. And then we have Spidey's Dexterity, so you can transform. These all transform mostly Daredevil's powers, so you can transform more into Spider-Man's powers. So Seize transforms into Spider Slam, and then Spider Slam deals 150% damage if you use Evasive Web Sling within 5 seconds, and then Evasive Web Sling deals 100% more damage if you use Spider Slam within 5 seconds. After you use both of them, they both get a cooldown of 5 seconds, so you can, mix and match them. And now they both get put on a cooldown. Spider-Man has the same mechanic, but it's on a movement build. I'm not really a fan of most of these, but I think I would be going for the Hawkeye skill. Or maybe actually Widow's Grace, because I do like the execute. Yeah, I'd be going for Widow's Grace because of the execute. So again, these will go in handy with the Deadpool's flexibility. So I can do a full sword build with the coup de grace and a bunch of other dots. So this is basically what I'm going to be doing if I play him, of course. Actually, no, I would not be using that because I would be using Webnet for the vulnerability. So, yeah. That's basically what I'm going to be doing for him. Gearing options, you have I think all of his own uniques. I don't have them right now, but they all give plus to all attributes. I think, or most of them do. His uniques are pretty good, just by themselves anyway. Because like let's see, his slot 4 gives +1 strength, +1 fighting, +1 speed, durability, and +1 to all attributes. So you're getting 1, 2, 6. That's 8, 9, 10 attributes from it. That is 40% more damage for you. So he's definitely got some gearing options. He does deal all physical damage, so you'd be going for any physical dealing artifacts that you can use the main, a brooch, anything with physical, and he can mix and match his artifacts because he gets damage from every artifact. Best thing to go for is the +1 to all attributes, though. The Tanya's Love Letter is a good one because it does give +2 to all. And then, the Infinity stuff, you'd go for the Spirit cost, and then every attribute based on your signature. Those two. These 3 left ones here. This I'd go for everything. The area damage there, and the durability, and then move speed, attack speed, and speed there. For synergies, mainly you want to go for the attributes if you can, because Blade is not going to be worth it anymore because you are getting so much attack speed from the Infinity system. So you can go for the speed that Angela has and get the extra area damage. You can go for, instead of Psylocke, because you're getting 3% physical damage, you can go for Gambit, which will give you the +1 energy, which is 4 or 1.5%, I guess. No, you would definitely go for the 3% then. Yeah, now that I think about it, synergies, you don't want to be going for attributes. You want to be going for as much physical damage as you can. So yeah, go for the, even this would be good because you are applying a dot from your Black Knight's technique. So you would definitely take Emma Frost because it's that durability and then 3% to dots. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, the attribute points are not worth it because you're only getting 1.5% damage unless it's paired with something that will give more than 3% or 4%. But yeah, that's basically Taskmaster. We do have his ult here, which was changed from live. It's now display of skill. You activate it up to 6 times, and every time you activate it, it triggers a new signature power. So you get Knight Eternal, which is from Black Knight, Stark Tech Claymore, Devil's Due, Amazing Smash, Star Spangled Strike, and Twilight Cloaking Device. So each of those taken from other heroes like Black Knight, Hawkeye, Daredevil, Spider-Man, Cap, and then Black Widow. So we've got the buff there, which they gave that a new visual, which is pretty cool. Get the Stark Tech Claymore, Devil's Due, Amazing Smash, Star Spangled Strike, and the Twilight Cloaking Device. All of them deal their own separate damages, so he's definitely unique. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much wrap up Taskmaster there. Like I said, his gearing is probably mostly gonna be all of his uniques or uniques that give +1 to all. Ring. That's another thing. Ring, you can go for the Bloodstone Demon Band with all attribute points on it. Like this has fighting durability. This has strength, speed, durability. You can also get another attribute, which I did get one on live just a few minutes ago, and it gives +4 to attributes for him. You could go for that, or a regular like Xavier's ring. But yeah, that's about it for Taskmaster. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will be back with the next spotlight soon.